As severe weather continues its unrelenting sweep across the eastern United States, a new round of flash floods has again devastated portions of West Virginia, Ohio, and now Kentucky. These intense downpours, coming just days after earlier deadly storms, have left towns underwater, cars submerged, and thousands of residents reeling from a second round of destruction in less than 2 weeks. In northern West Virginia, the Wheeling area was once again overwhelmed late Thursday night. Up to 2 inches of rain fell in a very short time frame, causing creeks to spill over and turning city streets into rushing rivers. The hardest hit was the Elm Grove area, where the West Virginia Emergency Management Division posted a chilling image, a measuring tape stuck in floodwater with the caption, "From dry as a bone to 5 inches in 45 minutes." The storm struck fast and violently. In neighborhoods still recovering from the devastating flash flood of June 14th, which killed 9 people, including a 3-year-old child, residents watched in disbelief as their homes flooded again. In Triadelphia, a town of just 660 people, 7 of those victims were previously found after being swept away in rising waters. The latest identified was 83-year-old Sandra K. Parsons, whose body was recovered from the Ohio River earlier this week. The June 14th flood, which dropped nearly 4 inches of rain in 40 minutes, caused millions in damage, destroyed roads, and required the rescue of dozens of residents. The community had only just begun to clean up when Thursday's storms arrived. Now, waterlogged homes and businesses face the brutal prospect of starting over, again. In Dayton, Ohio, the storms caused street flooding that stranded several vehicles. Claire Daoud was driving her children to dinner when her car became submerged in more than a foot of water on Woodman Drive. "It happened so fast, you couldn't see anything," she said. Her vehicle stalled in the middle of the road. First responders quickly closed off the area as water gushed over curbs and into surrounding neighborhoods. But the chaos did not end in Ohio or West Virginia. Further south, in eastern Kentucky, more communities were hit hard as the storm system advanced overnight. Torrential rains battered parts of Breathitt, Perry, and Knott counties, some of which had also been impacted during last year's catastrophic flooding. Creeks surged well past their banks in a matter of minutes, and flash flood warnings went into effect for large portions of the region. In Hazard, Kentucky, rescue teams were dispatched to help residents trapped in their homes after water levels rose dangerously fast. Several mobile homes in the outskirts of the city were inundated, with residents forced to climb onto furniture or into attics as they waited for help. Local officials confirmed that no deaths had been reported as of Friday morning, but damage assessments are ongoing. Photos from Perry County showed highways that had buckled under water pressure, vehicles floating in parking lots, and small bridges washed out completely. For many residents, it felt like a haunting reminder of the deadly floods that claimed over 40 lives in eastern Kentucky just 1 year ago. As the storm system pushed eastward, widespread power outages followed. More than 20,000 homes and businesses lost electricity across the multi-state region. In McDowell County, West Virginia, where poverty and infrastructure challenges already strain daily life, downed trees and fallen power lines made entire neighborhoods inaccessible. Emergency crews worked through the night, removing debris and checking on isolated residents, many of whom were still without running water or power from the previous storm. Meteorologists say these back-to-back extreme events are the result of a volatile combination: record heat, high humidity, and a stalled frontal boundary that has triggered one slow-moving thunderstorm after another. In some areas, rain totals reached 5 inches in under an hour.
Ooh, it's coming down.
The National Weather Service continues to warn of additional rainfall in the coming days, with saturated ground increasing the risk of landslides in hilly and mountainous terrain. Flood watches remain in effect across West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky. Local leaders across all 3 states have called for increased federal assistance. West Virginia Governor Patrick Morrisey, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, and emergency directors in Ohio have all requested disaster declarations to expedite aid and support long-term recovery efforts.
Yeah, I gotta move the car.
That is too cool.
What stands out, however, is not only the scale of destruction, but also the resilience of the people affected. In Wheeling, volunteers once again set up food stations for displaced families. In Hazard, neighbors helped elderly residents climb to safety. And in Triadelphia, where grief hangs heavy, community members came together to lay flowers at the local memorial, where the names of flood victims are being added, now with more pain, more names, but no less unity. As rain continues to threaten the region, the message is clear. The danger is not over. First responders urge everyone in low-lying or flood-prone areas to remain vigilant and prepared. Roads may look passable, but hidden dangers lurk beneath moving water. And with so many already stretched to their limits, every act of caution could save a life.
Flash flood.
Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.